Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in to BMSTE radio show on this gloomy Monday evening, but we're going to have a nice show tonight. Oh, show your hat. You got to wear the hat. Or show the hat. That's a nice hat.
I wear and the hat at the same time. It's like a disguise. I got too much. I'm not last on here.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of things we wanted to make sure we touched on this evening before we get into these wonderful young men here sitting around this table. So we wanted to talk about if you guys wanted to be a sponsor of the show, or if you want to be a guest on the show, you can now go to bmsteradioshow.com, and you could go to the website and say that you want to be a guest or a sponsor, and we'll get back to you. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at BMSTE Radio Show. We wanted to remind you guys that we are doing a blessing bags. We are trying to get 400 bags for the homeless this year, and we would like your support in that. We'll be at Clinton Walmart on the 19th from 2 to 5 collecting items. Please come out. And then we want to thank the Mayo family, who has already donated 400 bottles of water to our cause. So we want to definitely shout them out and say thank you.
That's great. That's great.
Then we wanted to say, again, BMSTE Radio Show is nominated for 2 awards at the Ripsy Awards. We're nominated for most Rippies. Trump said Rippies. RIPPY. We are nominated for 2, Most Influential Show and Best New Show. So we need you guys to go out to ripradionetwork.com and then click Ripsy, Rippies, and then vote for us. The first two categories are right there. Then we also want you to go to the Titan Awards, and we want you to vote for Rip Radio Network. They are nominated for Best Radio Show in the area, and we definitely want to support them. I could say that this has been a wonderful place to launch a radio show. The customer service is phenomenal. The engineer is awesome, who also owns the show too. So I want to make sure you guys give him support too, and that's the Titan Awards. Make sure you go ahead and you vote for Rip Radio Network. Okay, y'all gonna do that? Y'all pause and go do it? I'm just playing. Do it after we finish. I think that's all. Now we want to get into, if you guys want to get into the conversation tonight, you could give us a call at 301-288-3100. It's also on the flyer online if you guys want to participate with this wonderful conversation we get ready to get into with these young men. So we have here, oh, and I have to say something about our sponsor. The sponsor for tonight's show is XOA Lifestyles. We want to thank them for sponsoring the show this evening, and make sure you go reach out to them on all social media outlets at XOA Lifestyles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And there is also a website, XOA.lifestyle.com, and you could go and you could purchase all of their apparel. As you can see, hopefully you could get some camera here, you can see their apparel that they're all rocking tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we're going to get into kind of introducing them to us, and we're going to ask them if they can tell us, you know, a little bit about themselves, how people can follow them, and how they ended up getting into the design business.
Perfect.
Who wants to start? You want to start?
Yeah, so I can start off. I am the CEO and the designer as well. Pretty much we started this business this year, actually, early this year, and going on our 1-year anniversary now. And pretty much we're a streetwear, modern, casual wear fashion brand. We pretty much specialize in women, men, and youth, and pretty much just giving the city and the world a new taste that we think that the world needs to see.
Awesome.
So my name is Beks Amadi. I'm the CFO and partner of XOA Lifestyle, and pretty much a little bit of what I do, kind of do financial statements, providing data analysis, and making sure we have accurate information to go off of. So a little bit about myself and my role here.
And I'm Daryl, marketing director, creative director, and co-designer for the brand. What I do is I provide all marketing, creative or innovative ideas to our social media. All social media also provide creative ideas in terms of our clothing and how we're going to brand it and things of that sort. I collaborate with Darius here, who is lead designer in our clothing, and we go into detail with materials and seams and things of that sort. So that's
Awesome. So you know what we like to do here at BMSTE Radio Show is we're really big on people in the entertainment industry, people who are using their creative niche, and that's why we have these young men here today. Also, to make sure that we're supporting our young men when they're out here doing something positive and they're not out here doing things negative that's not always highlighted. So this show will also give a platform for our younger generation who are out here doing some positive and amazing things and using their creative niches to be positive and to be an asset to the community. So you guys want to go over some of the pieces that you guys are wearing tonight and tell people how they can go purchase it?
Yeah, so I have on our hockey-inspired hoodies. As you can see here, we also have it in the blue colorway.
As you yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
white
sir.
and blue colorway. And Darius here. Yeah, he has on our baseball-inspired hoodies. I mean, inspired jerseys. And this just a quarter of what we have. Not even a quarter, really.
It's a smidgen. It's just a smidgen. Also the eyewear too that Darius has. Also dropped the eyewear line this recent as of late. Women's line as well, and it's definitely picking up steam and definitely getting some good notices, good looks on that.
Absolutely, and I'm also wearing our roll caps. We have these in denim, black, tan, and cream. Yeah. So
look out for it.
Yep.
So what about the eyewear? You guys talked about the eyewear too?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so the eyewear, that's what we added this summer, and that has really been picking up our steam and really gained more exposure because I feel as though right now that is the trend, but I feel like we're being still innovative in that trend and still putting our own little taste on it, and it goes right with our apparel as well, so go hand in hand.
Okay. All you guys on Facebook who are telling me to show them on camera, if you go to Ripped Radio Network on Facebook, you can watch it live there and then you can see everybody. So let's talk about how did you guys come together as a collective and come together with this brand, and is it difficult to have a business where you're working with other individuals? Is that challenging at times?
Definitely is challenging, but we all got together by just having previous friendships before this business, and we always been interested in a lot of the same type of interest in general when it comes to business, and it just seemed like a great fit for us to get into the fashion business because we're all pretty much passionate about fashion and as well the business asset of it as well. So, and just getting involved in our community even more.
Daryl?
Yeah, I think with all three of us, we cover each and every glitch that needs to be taken care of. If it's something that I don't know, Darius or Beks may know. That's just, we pretty much, with us three, we can't be stopped, honestly.
Compliment each other.
Yeah. Most definitely. And I wouldn't even say that the beauty of our relationship is, I mean, we're all friends. We all went to college together. We're familiar with one another, and just from that, we're able to kind of develop a understanding for what each and every person brings to the table and their skill set and what and their value to the team. And it's definitely a team effort. It's something that we all work collaboratively to put out, and I think you're kind of seeing the fruits of that labor now.
So let me ask you this question. So the way the world works now, there's like all kinds of different directions. You all could have taken different paths. Absolutely. What made you take the path of being an entrepreneur?
I'm tired of working for people.
Simply put. Yeah.
I have I have about 9 years of experience in the IT industry, and I worked in I have plenty of jobs, and overall, you later on realize, like, man, nothing's really stable, nothing's promised. So why not just take on your own and
make your own promises?
Yeah, make your own promises. Like no risk, no reward. So make that risk instead of sitting here waking up 6 in the morning to get to a job that's you don't own. Like, I think that's ridiculous. So
I think for me personally, for the longest I can remember, I've always had a business-like mindset, even as a child. And for the longest I can remember, I've always remembered telling myself I'm going to have my hands in so many different businesses doing X, Y, and Z. And I feel as though as I got older and you started really aligning yourself with like-minded people and understanding how your dream can be pushed further by teaming up with somebody else who may be able to provide you a different perspective than what you bring to yourself. I think for me, that's why I'm an entrepreneur now. Just being able to really live life on your own terms, like Daryl just said, and for me to just always living out my dream, so to speak. I want to answer to myself. I don't want to answer to anybody else. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Trying to be one and be in control of your own destiny.
Exactly.
With me, I really want to affect the future generations. I feel as though in my personal family heritage, we were businessmen when starting off in that late 1800s, but we kind of drifted off from that when we started going to college and things like that, and we just started getting usual jobs, being teachers and things like that. So I feel as though just going back to what we originally were, and that's just basically depending on yourself. So.
Okay. So do you think that as young African-American businessmen getting into the design industry, do you feel like your peers and I would say my generation and above take you guys seriously as businessmen?
For those is how you present yourself, because if we present ourselves in a professional light and carry ourselves as though, then there's no reason for us to take us lightly. So I feel as though just set a standard for yourself so that there is no comparison. They can't compare us to another business because we're our own highlight. We're our own highlight reel. So,
right, and to provide detail into that, it's basically, in terms of presenting ourselves, when we present ourselves to these clients, these potential partnerships, it's how you dress as such. It's what you're bringing to the table. If you can bring your whole brand, and your proposal as far as like what am I saying? Like your line sheets and things of that sort. That helps the client understand, hey, these guys are serious,
They're doing the homework behind
exactly.
it. It's just not the clothes itself. It's the
It's
the research, it's the documentation, it's the things that they need on a business level to even take us as a chance, like just take a risk on us in general. So basically doing as much as we can so that there's no reason why you wouldn't take a risk. We're all the profit, we're all reward.
To even piggyback off what you just said, I feel as though it's almost human nature for people to recognize effort. I think that's the key thing in anything. Once you see someone who's really trying and putting their best foot forward, it's kind of hard for anybody else to kind of pull them back and kind of talk down or not support that. Because I mean, we could be doing any amount of other different things that could be destructive, but no, we're trying to shed positivity, trying to be a resource, be a platform for so many different people, and really just be a role model. So I feel as though once you put forth that great effort, it's something that can be undeniable, and from there, I mean, it has to be a problem with a person if they don't respect that. So.
So, question, you just hit on something, a role model. So, that's a huge responsibility. So, do you take on that, and then for generations coming up behind you that are a little younger, what advice would you give them in order to follow in your footsteps to be an entrepreneur?
Well, I would say do your research. Like, you got to know the groundwork. There's a business aspect to starting a clothing line. You can't just get into it thinking your social media is going to get you that far. You also have to do the groundwork. Find your manufacturers. Know your finances. Like, know what you can afford. Figure out how you can negotiate prices and things of that sort. It's a lot that comes into play with this. And your network is your net worth. So there's that.
I love that phrase. That's my favorite phrase.
And I think you said a key word as far as, I guess, I kind of brought up being a role model. And I think a lot of times young children, they look up to what they see on TV. You know what I'm saying? The coolest rapper, the coolest singer, maybe a cool actor or actress. And not to say you can't look up to those people and pull something from those people and be inspired and move accordingly because of that. But it's a lot of people, a lot of hardworking people you have, mothers and fathers who maybe not necessarily have that status of being a star and a celebrity, but day in, day out, they're doing what it takes to provide and to take care of their family. Now, to me, personally, I think that's the ultimate measure of a role model. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of you and yours and making sure your home is together, it's straight. So.
Right.
What do you think the hardest thing was about making the leap? Like, you know, a lot of people have some great ideas, but the big thing is the execution. Executing on the ideas. You can have a plan, you could have a platform, you can have all these things already in place, but how do you execute on your plan and take that leap of faith to say, okay, this is what I'm going to try to do?
Well, first, it was the support of my partners here. You know, I came to them with the idea originally, and my family as well, but specifically them because I knew what roles I would like them to play if they were interested in the business itself. And once they were down with that idea, it was just like a fire under me. Like we had to attack so many angles and just get it done, and it just really I mean, you gotta just jump off the bridge, honestly. And I feel as though as a team, it was a lot easier to jump off the bridge than just doing it individually.
I was going to ask that. The collaboration, a lot of times people don't want to collaborate because they want to do everything themselves. They want to have, you know, take full credit for an idea, and people don't realize they can move faster with numbers.
Leaps and bounds.
Mm-hmm. And yep.
I love quotes. I think both my partners know that, and it came by an interesting quote. An organized movement is a dangerous weapon, and I feel as though it's something that we definitely strive to be. And it takes a team, it takes a village. You hear it all the time. It's very hard to get a lot accomplished in this world by yourself, and everyone needs someone to lean on to. You need support. You need guidance. You need another mind to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way, honestly. So.
And I always say this, you know, this team here. There's certain things that we lack in certain areas. We're not perfect. And me personally, you know, it'd be time management, and that's when, you know, your team members put that fire underneath you, and you start to execute. You got to get, you know, you got
time management is yours.
That's mine. Yep.
What's yours?
I hope my job don't hear me.
I think mine is attention to detail, and I think that's what both my partners are great at. I mean, that's something that I'll have a big idea, and I'll just see the finish line and not, you know,
everything that goes into
absolutely. I'm just all about the dream. So I dream a lot, and they put things in perspective for me.
And what's yours?
Oh man,
that's a good question,
man. Ain't it?
Oh my gosh, what are you great at everything?
But no, seriously, I think working with Darius and Daryl, they definitely helped me to become a dreamer more so. I'm a bit of a pessimist by nature. I'm a glass half empty type guy. But I know, right? But
it helps though.
but kind of working in this business in this industry, you're so forward thinking. You're always thinking about what could possibly be the next hot big thing. And I mean, working with these two people, it's very seldom time we're spending on talking about the right now, the current state of XOA. It's more so future, what we're trying to get to, what we could possibly build upon. It's so futuristic thinking, and for me, I think that's probably the big challenge I had to kind of get myself into thinking not so much right now, but down the road, so to speak.
Okay, on that question, so where do you see your clothes? Where do you see them ending up at? Like, where do you want them? What is your ultimate goal?
I mean, well, I mean, overall,
do you all have different analogies on that? Because that seemed like it was
absolutely. Yes.
I see that was a sore point right there.
Yeah, we all have.
You should have seen their faces.
Different ideas. Because I mean, the endpoint, we don't even know where the endpoint or when the endpoint will be. So it just depends on how big we dream, honestly. Because I mean, I personally would love for us to have our own brick and mortar store in the city or PG County, and just as a home base for us to just do business, meet people, and just have a base where people can see us. So that's one of the big things, and just going worldwide. That's my hugest thing. I want to be in every continent, honestly.
We can all dream it. We can all come up with that.
All right, so I mean, this day and age, me personally, I would say, you know, scratch the store. we can scratch the store and go online. Take Fashion Nova for example. I mean, they have select stores now because of how big they are. Probably because they have to pay the taxes and stuff like that. But at the same time, they were online for a long time, like for years. And I mean, based off my research, you know, I haven't seen a lot of, you know, stores, a lot of clothing brands that only had their clothes in one store prevail for so long. Street culture at that. So, however, shouts out to Supreme. They are way up high, top tier. So, yeah.
It's funny. I feel like both Darius and what Daryl just said. I would definitely global. I think that's XOA's end goal. We want to be on every continent known to man. We will try and get everywhere. As for in regards to the stores, I mean, it's so many things, so many different things can happen. And whether, like Darius just said, open up your own brick and mortar store and have your own shop, or perhaps maybe hypothetically, if a Macy's or Nordstrom Rack say, okay, XOA, we want to have you include you guys in our store. I have a hard time believing we would say no to that. So, it's for me, it's wide open. It's no one set goal per se. I just want to get this out. We have to get this out to the masses any way possible.
So, any fashion shows, any events coming up?
No. Well,
that was very aggressive.
I mean, fashion shows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So
we ain't doing it.
I won't ask that again.
Well, I'm sorry. What I was leading to in terms of the field with fashion shows, I don't think that's really a good lane for us. If anything, we'll showcase our own and leave it at that. We'll be open-minded about it though.
For sure, definitely.
We will be open-minded about it.
We got some events coming up though. We got a basketball tournament coming up on December.
This is your hour.
Absolutely, we gotta promote
what's going on.
Absolutely. So for one, we just got into 2 stores over the summer. So one store is in St. Charles Mall called Day Stop DMV, and actually
Waldorf, Maryland.
Right, Waldorf, Maryland.
Oh, so your clothes are already in stores.
Yes. And we're also located in Grindstone, across the street. Grindstone flagship store across the street from Howard Theater on T Street.
Big shout out to Grindstone.
Huge shout out Grindstone.
Yes. Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to Brandon.
For sure.
Sir EU.
And
Twan, B.O.
Yeah.
So how did you guys maneuver those deals? Like when you went and you started talking, did you find it to be, were you nervous? Like how did you feel when because you had to present, you had to go in there with a plan.
The nerves were in. Because this is something that we never done before. So it's not that we were nervous in a scared light, but it was just like this is just unfamiliar. And this is a huge opportunity, so it's more of an excitement, more so. But I think, we were just excited to even be able to get that type of deal and be in that store. Because we know if we was in that store, it can grow from there.
Most definitely. And I think the biggest thing is leveraging relationships. However you meet a person throughout business, whether it's maybe not even in business, in life, you might meet somebody at the grocery store that may be able to help push you to where you need to go, where you're trying to go. But understanding who a person is and almost being a bit old school, having a conversation, we don't do that enough these days. Everything's so quick, and we're texting and we're emailing and doing everything else. I mean, seriously, having a conversation to the person next to you, you'd be surprised what that person may know, the resources that person may have for
Absolutely.
you. You'd be surprised. And honestly, I think that's where we kind of found our biggest wins, kind of just networking our personal relationships that we may have with a person, an individual, maybe a group, and seeing where that can possibly take us. So that's huge.
Yeah.
You just nailed it.
On the top.
So you guys got your clothes so far. You're in some stores,
Yeah.
and you have another
working on more
stores.
Couple Ohio.
Michael, shout out to my cousin Michael.
Yeah. DC. barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the Silver Spring, matter of fact.
Silver Spring, Maryland. Yep.
So,
Another deal we work
So
on.
have you had the moment where you were walking down the street and you seen somebody with a piece of your clothing on yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling, man. It's
Man.
a great feeling. I love it.
It's mind blowing.
I try to catch him. I try to catch a flick of him. Sometimes I'll be driving. I'll be like, oh.
And a quick story. I think Daryl, you called somebody a drummer.
Yeah.
Wearing one of our this sweat actually hoodie.
Yeah.
So
I forgot his name, man. I'm sorry, bro. But if you watching, man, he is always on U Street between Marvin's and Pizza. And he's drumming and he's always wearing our hoodie. This exact hoodie, he's wearing that like every day.
Yeah,
Like,
showing
every
love.
day. Nice
Love
and
is real.
cozy.
He washed it too.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
every
washed-
day.
Oh, I mean,
Dry clean.
Yes.
But no, seriously, the love is real. We appreciate the support, and seriously, it's one of those feelings that you can't replicate. To actually see somebody wearing something,
Buying something.
that first that you had an idea, and then you create that idea and make it something tangible. It's like making magic happen, honestly. And to have somebody else to put their own hard-earned money to pay for your dream, so to speak, in a sense, it gets no better.
Because people do have choices.
Man.
And then when you talk about the store versus online,
Right.
I'm just going to weigh in just a little bit. So if your demographic is your generation, y'all do everything on the computer.
Right.
Y'all can do ebooks. Y'all do all that
you
stuff.
saying we lazy?
That's for November 20th. We're going to talk about that on
Okay,
November
come
20th.
back. Come back.
for that
Come back
one.
on
Got to.
November 20th.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have a show like, what the hell is wrong with this generation?
Yeah.
But on for you guys, it's like you guys do everything online. Y'all shop online. Y'all read books online. You do the Kindles. You do the. Why would you need a store though? What would be the logic in having a store at? If your demographic is your generation? Like for me, I need to go in the store. I'm still a printer. You see, I still print. I could easily do all this off my phone, but I'm still that old school where I still need paper.
Right.
And I still need to go in the store and try stuff on.
Right.
So, but for your generation, y'all don't need to do that.
Actually,
That's
it's the same.
You think so?
It's the same because, like you said, you like to go in the store and try things on.
Yeah.
So, in the same extent, our generation will still be interested in our materials, how it fits them specifically, and just a place to come on a regular basis that you know what's there, and it's so many things that we can involve in that store. You know, having performances, having launch parties, things like that. It's just not just a store.
Right.
So,
right. Now that
like
I
a
see.
clubhouse
Yeah, like I see.
type
I
of
see
thing
I
that we
see
sell.
Yeah. Sell clothing.
So, what's your hottest selling item?
Those glasses. We have about.
Do you have your logo on the glass?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm not wearing our glasses right now.
We definitely
Oh,
branded.
look at that.
XOA branded.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, how many
Come with our own cases, dry cloths.
how many frame designs do we have? It's
I've
up
seen
there,
a few online.
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely a few.
We haven't fully released all of them. We only released 5 so far. So
Right.
we're really preparing for our big eyewear launch. We'll probably.
So you're gonna be in like 4 Eyes and all that stuff.
That's our goal. we want to really jump into the eyewear thing because we've been getting a huge success, and it seems like it's something that we will be. Actually, we haven't seen nobody actually specialize in that either. So I think that would be a whole new niche to provide apparel and eyewear in the same token. So something
Yeah.
unique.
covering our areas.
Mm-hmm.
If we can.
So what else? So you guys have I seen sweatshirts, hats, and eyeglasses. I seen apparel for working out for women.
Yes,
Right.
we have women yoga sets.
Also, talk about the funnel necks.
Casual sweater.
Casual
type of
active
deal.
wear, right? Type of deal.
Dry fit soccer jerseys.
Most definitely.
We have bracelets.
Jewelry. Don't say bracelet. We got
yeah.
jewelry.
Yeah.
I didn't see the jewelry.
We got chokers.
3-layer chains.
Bracelet right here.
We don't got no chokers on there.
Yeah, our 3-layer choker chains.
They trying to show off in here, y'all. They think they doing something.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, yeah, tip of the iceberg. I mean, it's so crazy. We got so much more bigger ideas and stuff that we like to go, different avenues we like to kind of cross over and get into. So it's exciting, man.
It's a life. Yeah.
So no showcase? I mean, do you guys do vending events where you go out and you showcase your products
Absolutely.
and all that stuff?
So we have pop-up events here and there. Well, we used to do pop-up events a lot, and we're
getting our
starting
brand out there.
Yeah, and now we're leaning towards festivals, festivals, showcase events. What else have we done, man?
Yeah, we had the basketball tournament coming up in December.
Basketball.
So tell us about that. You,
So
you
that-
started telling us about it and you didn't
right.
finish.
It's called the Collab and Clash. What day is it on? It's December
9th.
December 9th. My man, you on it. My man on it.
Partners.
So yeah,
That's why you need a
exactly.
team.
Got the details, right?
Yep.
So we have the Collab and Clash. Basically, it's a group of 7 to 8 businesses that are pretty much creating their own team and pretty much collabing for the tournament. So just to market our brand even more, provide more exposure, and there'll be a class prize. So it should be very competitive fun. And vendors will be there too. So
Definitely.
So are people going to be wearing your items in the game, or are you guys just playing in the
We
game?
are, and we will be releasing them as well. We are designing some basketball apparel for the tournament, and it's fire. Y'all gonna like that. Y'all gonna like that. So we're gonna definitely release those sooner than later.
Yeah.
So
But that's gonna be our debut for that basketball tournament.
most definitely, and kind of like what Daryl just said, XOA was actually sponsoring it, we're creating, designing basketball jerseys for this tournament as well. So for different teams and that will be participating. So it's definitely going to be a great way for you to kind of see our artistic vision, so to speak, in a different light, so to speak.
Okay. So did you guys tell everybody? I know I said it, but did you guys tell everybody where they can find you at? Y'all need to tell them where they can find you guys at and how they can connect and purchase your clothes. I know you guys said it, but I think you should re-say all the stores they can get it, where they can find you online, and how they can find you on social media.
Okay.
So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr,
Pinterest,
XOA
Twitter.
Lifestyle, Twitter, all XOA Lifestyle.
You can visit our website at www.xoalifestyle.com. Let's see.
Waldorf store, St. Charles Mall, Deadstock DMV is on the upper floor, right next to the Sears. Also, we have Grindstone right on T Street, right across from Howard Theater.
631 T Street Northwest.
Yep, absolutely.
And Deadstock is 11101 Mall Circle, Waldorf, Maryland.
My man got it.
20603.
Woo!
Go get him.
Zip code for
You,
it,
you
too.
said there go the details. You said he got the details. He got the details
We ain't
for
playing around
you.
with y'all. We ain't playing around with y'all.
I just show up.
So, I see your watch. You got watches?
Nah. This
Y'all don't have watches? No, I'm saying, do you have
It's
watches
coming.
yet?
That is
will.
something we definitely talked about.
We trying to say tight lip on that, though.
Oh, tight lip. I'm letting out secrets out the
secrets
bag.
out there.
I'm letting secrets out the bag.
Yeah,
Letting
Our
secrets
generation
out
don't
the
snitch.
bag.
See that, man? I don't know. I don't know.
Say that for the 20 if we're going to save it for the 20.
We're gonna save a lot.
Can't wait for the 20.
Write your comeback down.
Y'all got to come back on the 20 because I'm going to let y'all have it.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah,
Looking
yeah.
forward to that.
We got some. We got something
This
for you.
generation off the hook. But I have to also say that they're not too off the hook because we have, these gentlemen here who are out here doing some positive things in the community. So we got to make sure that we shout them out too. So what is one thing, if you wanted to let people know, what is the main thing you want people to know about your clothing line? Like what does it represent and what does the XOA mean?
Well, originally it started because of my heritage. Basically, XOA means extraordinary apparel, and behind that, I started creating sports jerseys and sport-like items because my heritage, we were Seminoles, and I wanted to have like a mascot behind the clothing line. And as I started designing more into the clothing line, I realized that I wanted to actually get more extensive about it and actually get into like the casual wear and things like that, just to be more versatile. So I would say it started from there, and extraordinary apparel just means that it's just a supreme level of customization, design, and material itself. So it's just distinctive.
Most definitely, I think there's a lot of thought, a lot of detail put in every piece. I mean, if you look at Darius' jersey, it's embroideries. You see the logos. I mean, you even to the fabric itself is not your typical polyester fabric. No, we put a lot more thought and love into our clothing. So it's extra. It's extraordinary, ordinary, so to speak. But it's special. It's something that we definitely work hard to create.
I will say this: we deliver high quality material at affordable price. If you could check out our website.
Say it again.
www.xoalifestyle.com. Proof is in there. We provide the materials. You can see what materials we provided in each item. And yeah, we just want to be here to make sure we deliver our high quality material going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see yourself with, you see, if you were to turn on a TV and Jay-Z got your, oh wow, look, see, this is what I'm talking. This is why y'all got to go to the Titan Awards, and y'all have got to vote for Ripped Radio Network. Please do that. When I tell you he be on it, look at, you got your stuff up there on, everybody can see that.
Appreciate you, man. That's a lot of love.
Look,
We have kid sizes as well.
Look at that.
My man Chase.
Look at that website design too. Nice. Nice.
Are you tooting your own horn? I would say that you did.
Is. You like it?
I do. I went on it earlier today.
Thanks a lot. But yeah.
That's amazing. And look at the glasses. Because I do need new frames, though. And that's why I was wondering, like, you know, if you take the frame, if you took your frame to the eyewear and they did the lenses.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
But you can't do that with this now.
No, those are just personalities. But that's coming next, though, for sure.
Okay. Look at y'all. I see y'all. Y'all thinking y'all doing something. Thinking y'all grown and stuff.
Trying to have some reach.
I think we did now.
You think you grown now? You think you grown now?
We're responsible.
We still learning though.
You know, we all still learning. We all a work in progress. We all learning.
For sure.
Yeah, be responsible.
So did y'all give the other answer? What is one thing that y'all want people to know about y'all clothing line? What is the one thing, one takeaway? If somebody could remember one thing from this interview, what is the one thing that you want them to know about XOA Lifestyles?
High quality material at an affordable price.
I can't say affordable, because who knows what affordable means. So I would say, what's a better word than affordable? Not efficient.
Reasonable?
Reasonable. It's reasonably priced. Because we're not cheap. We're definitely not cheap. You can't get great quality for cheap price. So that's something that's not possible. But I think, I mean, even for people that's looking to be entrepreneurs, or even, because I mean, young and old, I feel as though definitely looking at your inner network to see what possibilities you can develop within yourself, within your family, within your friends, because a lot of people go outside their network just to accomplish certain things, when really you can just be getting the bag with your friends, getting the bag with your family. Like your family shouldn't deter you from thinking that you can't make a business decision with them. You know, so I mean, if you have that type of relationship, so now I'm sitting at this table, and I do this. We're sitting at this table. We're with 3 young men. It would be a little challenging at times if it were 3 females sitting at the table trying to collaborate. Because unfortunately, you know, sometimes we get a little extra when we're trying to collaborate. Right.
So, who's the extra one in this group?
Wow. Wow.
Somebody got to be extra.
Oh man, I think we a little bit of everybody. I mean, y'all can be extra, and I feel it's something that you're passionate about. You're going to stand up for whatever that is, and you're going to let that be known. I feel there's at times that we've all kind of took that role, so to speak. We felt that passionate about. We're going to stand up for whatever we believe.
Yeah, we know.
So how do you get past? So tell us how you get past that, because I know that whenever you collaborate and you're doing things with a group of people, and there's a lot of people making decisions. How do you get past that moment where you may have, you know, argued, disagreed, and still could come back to the table and say, all right, this is where we are. How do you get to that compromising spot? Because I think that's where sometimes women, we fall short, is that we feel, and get mad if you want, but it's the truth, when we feel like when it's something that should be our way and you don't see it our way, then we're going to pull our idea and we're going to do it ourselves. So how do you guys...
Yeah.
How do you guys manage to pull it together when you don't see things eye to eye?
I think the biggest thing is staying respectful. respecting that man's idea, respecting Daryl's ideas, and now and with that respect, it's not no one man above the team. Although he's a CEO, although he's maybe the same co-designer, hypothetically, I wouldn't feel out of place providing a suggestion about a design idea, and not to criticize what they're doing, but if there's something that I think it could possibly work, and vice versa, it doesn't just stay on that one arena. But I think once again it kind of falls back to being respectful. Me even providing my suggestion in a respectful manner, in a respectful light, not trying to not try to demean or pull down what those two are trying to create, anything like that. It's a team effort, and remembering that it's not one man above the team. It's a team effort. I think that's kind of how we kind of straighten ourselves out when we may.
And just separating business and personal. I feel as though we knew that getting into this business that we can't bring our personal feelings into certain situations. So just knowing that, and even explaining that when you're expressing yourself, like, you my brother regardless. Like, even though we disagree on this, or even though I think I might have to tell you a piece of my mind, this has nothing to do with how much I love you, how much I care about you. This is just a business decision, period. So I feel as though that's the difference between men and women in those type of situations. Women can't just see the business side of things and just take it as that, instead of thinking about what they think emotionally. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's another show too we're doing.
Separate.
We gonna get our queens together. We gonna be.
They on their way.
Yeah, we gonna pull up. We don't have no choice. When you have men like this sitting around and y'all doing y'all thing, we gotta pull up.
Right. You guys, you put that. Also, the finances, like, you putting that money in to your business as a team. That also plays a large role, and you gotta really
commitment. Mm-hmm.
It's commitment. That's exactly what it is. You just put all that risk up, and now you want to pull back just because of a simple argument that you have. And you mess around and miss out on the future?
Oh, man.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
It's a bigger picture.
So you guys are 1 year in?
Yeah.
1 year in?
1 year. Not even.
Not even a year in, and you're in 2 stores.
Right.
You're sponsoring a basketball tournament.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have all kinds of apparel on your website.
Yes, man.
In 1 year.
Yes.
Oh, we also had Wyclef John wearing our glasses. We had Maya wearing our glasses.
Lil Mo.
We had Lil Mo.
Shout out all of them, man.
Yeah.
The comedian.
So that's y'all should have led with that. I mean,
my bad.
We don't brag.
It's not bragging.
Yeah.
It's about, okay, this is the thing. You work hard on this, right?
Right.
You work hard on it.
Absolutely.
You work hard on it.
No doubt.
So I wouldn't necessarily say it's bragging. It's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing this 1 year. There are people who have been trying to do this a lot longer, not saying that you're better or whatever. You just execute it differently. Mm-hmm. So I don't see that as bragging. I see that as saying, you know what, this is something we accomplished. We accomplished that there are celebrities out there wearing our gear. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you need to let people know. And not that you're bragging about it. It's just more so awareness. We worked hard for this.
Right.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So tell the names again.
What's the comedian name, man?
DL Hughley. DL Hughley's one.
Wyclef John.
Wyclef John. Maya.
Lil Mo.
Who else we have? Shoot.
I know, man.
There's been a few more.
So how did they get? How did?
Yeah, Reese Renee. Shout out Reese Renee.
How did they get y'all stuff?
Well, I mean, just meeting them in person. I mean, I guess that's the groundwork that you're talking about right now. I mean, going to concerts, going to events, going to festivals. Like, this is the way we've met these people, just by doing footwork behind it. It's not like we just sat at home and sent people direct messages. That never has happened. That's never has worked. The only thing that's worked is in person and just
being out
just flowing energy.
Most definitely, and I think we're very, very, very proud of those accomplishments that
you should be.
That we're speaking of. Grayson Mays and Spike Lee right there. Major shout out to those two. But it's kind of funny. It's almost having that athlete's mentality. We're waiting on our next hit. We really got so much. We want to do so much more. And not to say that's huge, but we're just getting started. It's so much more out there that we need to. So much work that still needs to be done.
Absolutely, definitely.
It's a never-ending project, never-ending job.
So we don't get stuck on
we can't dwell
accomplishments.
Too long. Exactly, can't dwell too long.
I'd say this, our next release, our spring summer line, that's gonna be our big break. Like that's gonna be like we're aiming for the masses. We're hitting everyone. Like this is gonna be a big deal for us. This is a big deal for us.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
This first year we have, blood, sweat, and tears. We prevailed, and now we're at the point where we can actually evolve twice over in our second year. So expect us to come with it next year, man. Like,
So what can we expect in 2018?
New visionaries. Our Instagram, our social media is going to get flipped upside down.
Just with the
I got
graphics.
ideas, man. I got ideas, man. New apparel.
For sure.
Should be
Say too much, but I mean, these are pieces that definitely have not been replicated before. These are something that are one-on-ones that can only be acquired at XOA. So we're not just doing usual T-shirts. If we do a T-shirt, it's going to be a print you've never seen before, a material you never had before. So everything will be a unique touch for sure.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has ever seen these bro caps neither, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get y'all.
Go ahead, get a little.
It's pretty much a snapback with no
Brim on
no
it.
brim.
Or a beanie.
Yeah.
With a strap on
So,
the back.
and these are actually they're getting recognized.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely a hit.
So we know how to follow the business. Do you want people to follow y'all individually too, or y'all just promoting the business?
All business.
all business.
Oh, we can promote. Me and Beks have another business. We have a custom apparel business where we basically customize uniforms for sports teams, youth teams, semi-pro, and even organizations, and even government contracting as well. So if you need any type of T-shirts, uniforms done, we can design it and get it produced for you.
Also, one last thing, Mr. Jones over here also does logo designs, websites as well. So shout out to him. Definitely, if you need a website done, logo design, that's your man right there.
And I have an IT consulting business.
Yes, sir.
We support small businesses, cable structuring, cloud-based services, audio visual, user services, desktop support, you name it, we got you covered. It's called Gen Y Group. The website is in development, but please feel free to contact me at GenYConsultantsLLC@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Also, our custom apparel brand name is JNA Custom Apparel, and you can find us at JA Custom Apparel on Instagram and JACustomApparel.com as our website.
So y'all really don't want to work with nobody, for nobody.
Nah, we going hard.
Nah.
Super hard.
We just getting started though.
Super hard.
Oh, we about to have
Scratching the
another
surface.
one, another business too.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
estate.
Oh yeah, duh. Jaron. Shout out Jaron
Shout out Jaron.
with his business.
Man.
Yeah.
So.
So you guys have a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy. How can you attract some of your other generation to kind of flock this way? What could you say to somebody who's out there who's scared to push that send button to start their company? Say something to them to make them want to go ahead and be an entrepreneur.
I got one. It only costs $120 to start a business legally. Period. So if you can spend $180 on some Jordans, you can spend $120 and get a business. Get your own trade name, and from that, that's a start. You know, you already made a commitment, you already made an investment, and just to work from there. So I would say, at least do that and do the groundwork. Look at business plans and things like that, so you know where this business will take you. So you know whether you want to get into it or not. So just do the research before you even try to get or even think about getting into a business.
Google is your friend. So when I say Google, also YouTube, how people started their businesses, man. Look at the people that you're inspired by. For example, Stussy or Supreme or The Hundreds or LRG. Those people, those brands, they all have a story. Kith, for example, Ronnie Fag, you can search his. We actually just watched his YouTube channel recently, or his interview recently, and we learned a lot from it. no risk, no reward as well. So, you know, when you invest into a company, just know you got to invest your all, for real.
And I think for me, I would say know yourself. Know your interests, know your skill set, know your friends, know the people who you can align yourself with to form a business, and know who's the friends that you align yourself with on Friday, Saturday night to go to the club. It's two different categories of friends that you do that with, and understanding who you are and what your goal is and your own purpose, I feel as though that will push you on your path to find what's the best business route for yourself. So, know yourself.
So again, for the third time, tell everybody where they can find you, where they can get your clothes, what store, and all that good stuff.
XOA Lifestyle
On all social media.
Yeah.
XOA Lifestyle.
Especially Instagram. Definitely hit up our Instagram. That's where you're going to see the most up-to-dates.
Yep. If you need to reach out to us as well, xoalifestyle@gmail.com.
For sure.
We're located we can find us in stores. Dead Stock DMV, that's in Waldorf, Maryland.
Awesome.
At St. Charles Mall.
Grindstone Universal, located right across the street from Howard Theater, 631 T Street. So
the addresses are located on our Instagram as well.
Also on our website as well. So definitely check us out. Read our About Us to even get a more in-depth overlook as to who we are and what we're about.
We took time to write that. Read that. Read it. It's true. Real.
So we want to thank our sponsor, XOA Styles. We did enjoy talking to these wonderful young men this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys will come back when you guys have some bigger things popping.
For
You
sure.
can come back
Yeah.
and tell us all about it.
Next week.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
November 20th is going to be on. We are going to be talking to the youth about, this generation, about what the hell's wrong with them.
Looking forward to that.
The youth.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. I don't understand this generation, and I want to get an understanding. So we're going to have a nice conversation. And then we want to say, don't forget to come out to the Blessing Bags. Check out our new website. We are so pleased with it. Thanks to the Mayo family for donating 400 bottles of waters for the homeless, for our Blessing Bags. Don't forget to go to the Rippies and vote for BMSTE radio show. Y'all better vote too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all better vote.
Yeah.
And then don't forget to go to the Titan
Best new
Awards
show.
and vote for RIP Radio Network and support RIP Radio Network. I really do hope you guys do that. I did it, so I hope you guys do it as well. How much more time we got? We got 30 seconds. Quick thing about yourself. Something you want them to know. 30 seconds.
I'm the creator. I am an innovator. And I'm nice with it. I'm just nice.
He's nice.
He's nice. What you got, Ski?
I'm versatile with it, man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I do a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. 30 seconds. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Hey, I think I can do it all.
Oh.
That's all I think.
Don't hurt him.
Hey, I won't do too
Man.
much.
Straight fire.
We're gonna do it to infinity.
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next week, same time, 7 o'clock. And tune in on the 20th. It's going to be a good show. Thank you guys. Have a good night.